thing.
Is that
testing?
That's better.
That's better? Yep. She's pretty near full blast, bud.
I feel like I should have a third.
Okay, what are you doing over here with the limp thing going?
Floppy.
Dude, why? But why is it like down here?
I was getting ready to set it up, and it's just flopping.
No comment.
Yeah, that's what she said. Getting ready to set it up, and it's just flopping.
Yeah.
Am I in space?
Maybe.
A little too close.
You want to get a little closer?
I don't even know what we're going to talk about, so this will be interesting.
Neither do I. Just make it up as we go.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, we should have Tyler do the intro.
Boy.
Okay, go. Right on the spot. Hot seat. Let's go.
Welcome to the Fit4moto Podcast.
Very theatrical.
By Mitch Robinson.
Wrong.
Oh, well.
Wrong.
Listen to him. He's like, wrong.
You came down so hard on me last time for getting it wrong. And try again, Tyler.
But you're here every time.
I know.
I barely get invited. I'm not going to invite you. So today's podcast is about me.
The camera pans over, just cuts Rick out. We'll just mute his mic. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess that was it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very underwhelming.
Bit of a letdown.
Totally. This whole podcast is a letdown. No one's fooled by that. Okay, well, here we are. Yeah. So I guess we have another person with us today, which is pretty cool. We have Tyler went. Oh, Jeremy, this one's for you, buddy. Okay. We have Tyler went to the land.
You gotta hang the RPMs up there. Tyler went dun 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 dun.
Yeah, I always pronounce your name wrong. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll forgive you this time.
Got a nickname for him.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, send it.
My wife told me. I wasn't supposed to tell anybody.
Okay, hold on. You can't just lead with that.
You totally like blew it off like it was nonchalant, and I was like, okay.
You can't just lead with that because that sounds weird. I got a nickname for him. What is it? My wife gave it to him.
Wendy.
Wendy.
Yeah.
Wendy. How did I not think of that? I love it.
I know. I can't believe you guys didn't think of it earlier.
Wendy.
I'm not known for thinking of things.
That's okay. Mm-hmm. That's why you're beautiful.
Yeah, you get the pretty gene, not the smart gene.
Jeez, I don't think I have those.
Sweet. So it's been a while since we've done one of these. What's been going on?
Not much. Riding lots.
Yeah,
Well,
see
trying
that.
to.
People are seeing that on the gram.
The gram.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting after it.
Yeah. We're only a few weeks away from Cali.
Yeah, which is crazy, dude. I can't believe how fast that's coming up. Like
That was like half a year away, and now it's weeks.
Like I was just thinking about the other night that I'm like, kind of thinking, okay, well, how much more riding can I do before we go? Mm-hmm. And then it hit me. It's like only a few weeks away, and I'm like, I got to start actually planning on doing this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. What have you been up to, Mitch?
Not a lot. Trying to ride.
Yep.
Trying to do the iRide stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds a little better. I had my mic turned a little too much, but now it's better.
Excellent.
Yeah, no, just trying to ride and trying to get some laps in for the Cali thing,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing as you, I guess.
Mm-hmm. You're looking fast. You're always looking fast.
No, that's just because there's no one actually fast there. That just blows my doors off.
I don't know.
I look fast compared to the kid on the 50.
Mm-hmm.
That's only because I have a lot more CCs. Talent-wise, you could probably still beat me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And Tyler, been a while. What's been going on?
Nothing new actually. Just dirt biking. Lots with you guys.
Yeah, which is a super good time.
Which it's weird doing just moto all the time now.
Yeah, I actually, believe it or not, I am missing the off-road stuff. Like I'm craving to go out for a woods ride, man. It's been a while, and I just want to go out, like on like say that Swanee's Trail or whatever the hell it's called.
Yep.
I want to go out and like climb to the top of that, and like just with the views and all that stuff. And it's just more of like a relaxing, or not relaxing because it's hard work, but you know what I mean. It's just different than moto, especially for me. When I'm at the track, I want to get my motos in right. I want to keep my heart rate up, all that kind of stuff. Whereas out there, I'm just like, I just need to try and get to the top of this thing, right? And then I can, stop and have a break or whatever. But I've been craving it. I want to go again, yeah.
We'll take you out for a nice, relaxing ride.
Yeah. I saw a meme lately that was like, it said something along the same lines. We're going for a nice, relaxing trail ride, and then the guy in the next picture beside it's crying, and he's like, "It's just the hardest thing I've ever done," or something like that. It was pretty funny.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess I had to see it. Doesn't sound funny when I describe it.
Oh, it sounds pretty good. Not your best work, but it's all
No,
right.
for sure. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'll take that. Yeah.
So I was just mentioning that to Tyler yesterday. I miss slamming my bike into objects,
What do you mean?
riding into rocks and logs.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to get the three of us out on a little trail ride. Would be a good time.
Totally. I wanted to get out there yesterday, but I thought, nope, just practice for Glen Helen. I
Yeah,
don't need to be slamming
totally.
into trees.
Yeah, I had the same thing. One of the rare days that I had to try and go for a trail ride the other day. I thought, no, I can't. I gotta try and get some moto in. Yeah.
Yep. So something I did not last week, but the week before, I swung by the track and Tyler put on a clinic on how to hit objects. So
I did.
yeah, you did. You had a whole bunch of people show up. You showed them how to slam into logs, launch over culverts, ride on cement blocks and rocks. And
Why do you people pick such weird objects to hit? Oh, culvert. Put it in there. Oh, a cement block. Let's hit that.
totally.
Like, how did it escalate from dodging trees, which I don't do well at all? I just seem to hit them. And people are like, oh no, it's cool. Just just lean on the foot pegs a little bit and you go through them. I'm like, no, but you physically can't fit through them. How do you do this? Right? No, it's cool. Just pivot to foot pegs. So how did you go from like dodging trees to like, let's hit culverts and giant metal pipes?
I actually have no I'm like, it's all the same. By the way, we were missing a car. So if you guys have an extra car, we could ride over.
A car?
Yeah.
Like any kind of car.
What about that like donate to kidney foundation or whatever it's called, you know?
Yeah, let's start
Donate to the
donate to
Enduros.
Tyler.
Yeah. We'll start a GoFundMe to get a used car.
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
I like
And
it.
we can jump it.
You could probably just cruise the back alleys of Calgary and find a car sitting back there somewhere that's just abandoned.
Oh, for sure. Go ask somebody in Forest Lawn.
Yeah,
They'll-
might
they'll
be
have a
some
spare.
homeless people having sex in it, but you can kick them out.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
That's right. Yeah. So, Rick, you had a topic for this pod.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
what episode?
oh yeah, dude. I don't know. I always lose count. I think this one's 18. I think
18?
I want to say 18.
Let's go with 18.
18 feels good.
Yeah.
Even if it's like 12, we're jumping to 18. That's how we're gonna do this.
What you guys
I'm not
should
good at
do
math.
Is have like just a sign like this episode, and then just have it pop up top.
That's easy to do, but I still have to remember which one it is, and I never do. Yeah, I'm actually right now, for the people that are watching this and not just listening, your face is literally covered right now by a sign that says episode unknown.
Thank you.
Easy to do.
Improvement.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think. I literally just was it 17 or 18?
27?
Yeah, let's go with that. I like it
41.
because math.
Are we at 100? Is this the 100th?
Episode 100.
It feels like it's something.
Some days it feels like episode 100.
Yeah. No, but okay, whatever. 17, 18, whatever
18.
number it is. 18?
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. We need to have you on more often. You actually
know.
keep track of these things. 18, which is what?
Enduro cross.
Okay. Gonna have to be a little more specific than that.
So I was picking Tyler's brain, and he was showing me videos of guys in.
You have to dig pretty deep.
Trust me, it's there. It's there. So he was showing me videos of guys in arenas, just smashing into trees and cement blocks
You're
and
floating.
floating.
Like a butterfly.
Yeah, and then he told me he went to the States, traveled, raced in a bunch of these, and yeah, just wanted to hear about it, explain it to people who don't have a Tyler to ask what the heck it is. And yeah, maybe some cool experiences of you racing, that kind of stuff.
I actually have some questions too about that.
Why?
Because I want to try it, one. But two, I have some questions about the races themselves. Yeah, but go ahead. So how long did you do that for?
I did that for about 4 years, and we're talking about the AMA Enduro Cross series. So obviously what that is it's pretty much like a hockey arena, and it's just logs, rocks,
I like
tires.
how He's sitting in the center and we're both like,
Not at all
just
awkward.
staring at him on either side. It's the weirdest thing ever.
Put the blinders on.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about I just turn and face the camera?
But yeah, I'm constantly like, yeah, there we go.
This is weird.
This is weird.
Now we're just
So
watching
weird.
the watches
Yeah.
real close.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. Take that.
But yeah, there's actually a big group of us, especially in Alberta, that go down to the States and race all that stuff. It is, honestly, words cannot describe how much I enjoy racing Endurocross.
How come? What is it about Endurocross that you like so much?
Because no matter how good you are,
It's still not moto.
it's still not easy.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say too.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. It's like you can hit the same line like 100 times and be like nail it every time, and then that one time you come through and you just mess up and you lose your race just because you messed up, like you were like 2 inches off. It's I don't know, it's constantly changing. You need to use so many different bike skills, right? You need to be good at like moto for jumping, woods, and obviously like trials for like double blips and stuff like that. It's just like so many disciplines combined, and you have to master them all, and you're just thrown into the wolves.
Yeah. Double blips.
Yeah, double blips.
A big double blip guy.
Have you ever
Splatters.
triple blipped?
Triple
Quad
blips?
blipped?
What is a 5 Cinco
Technically,
blip?
Triple blip.
Is that a thing?
Matrix.
5 Cinco? 5 Cinco blip?
Octoblip.
You win. You win.
Boom. Take that. Octoblip.
Octo
Mic
blips.
drop.
Yeah, talk to me when you can octo blip, bro. Okay? Yeah, you got taped up handlebars. Do you even octo blip?
I do not
He's
possess
like,
the
"You guys
skills for
suck."
that at all. I love this.
I can hardly uno blip.
I don't even know what a blip is. So back to Endurocross.
Yeah.
It is basically a reason for you guys to break your bike to put more electrical tape on it.
But no, I've
He's never going to come on this
So-
again.
I've actually broken less parts in Endurocross than have out in the woods or moto.
In moto? Really?
Yeah.
How? I get
Well, you crash at high speeds. It's not like fancy.
Yeah,
little
but I
tip
don't
overs.
ever really break much when I crash.
That's because
So-
you don't crash.
He's just salty because there's this
Salty.
one freak accident where he's riding behind us. We're yeeting up rocks.
Yeetin.
Yeeting.
Yeah,
His
you guys
radiator
pelted me.
takes a rock and starts leaking.
Is that
yesterday.
what happened? Was a rock hit
Actually,
it?
no. It is the bottom weld on the rad broke off a little bit.
Oh, really?
So it's still a JB weld patch.
Okay.
But it's actually already patched.
So
I do have a new one on order. Don't worry, people. But yeah, it's patched.
So you're just putting JB weld on top of your JB weld from the last time you broke it riding Endurocross.
Yeah,
No,
just a
there
new
is no
layer of
JB
JB.
weld on this one yet.
It's a new layer of JB Weld. It's
Yeah.
fine. If you look closely enough, you'll actually see that the entire radiator is actually just JB Weld.
He's got a mold and
one
he
solid.
makes it on a JB
He
weld.
totally just heats up the JB Weld in the stove, pours it into a mold. Got a new rad.
Waiting on it is just waiting on it to cure, so he can install it tomorrow.
Needs 24 hours according to the instructions.
Just throw like a little Hello Kitty Band-Aid on it. We're gonna go.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that one did not have JB weld on that side.
That side.
Or that one at all.
It had it on the front. It had it on the back. It was on the top
No.
and the bottom.
There's no JB weld on that one yet.
Dude,
No
I
wire
have a
weld, no duct tape, nothing.
If I have like a bent lever on my motorbike, I'm like, that needs to be fixed. That is unacceptable.
And is your solution JB weld?
Nope. Brand new. Fix her up. That being said, though, I can't
use
really
the
talk
stick?
too much smack because nope, never used a stick before.
What? How do you zip tie a stick to a lever? Because I just see you having like
Well,
yeah.
if there's a nub, then you just like electrical tape. It works, guys.
Their whole pack, you think it's water? No, it's electrical tape and JB Weld. That's all his whole pack is.
Hey, there's a
exactly.
couple zip ties.
Zip ties, electrical tape, and JB Weld. I like it. Yeah. Okay, so I was gonna say though, I can't be too hard on you because obviously with my Outliers experience, I got into full send, dude. I don't know what it was. I just was in. You know what I mean? Like when you get around a certain group of people, sometimes they have a bad influence on you, and that's what I kind of blame all this on was that I was around a rough and tough group of people, okay, and I was getting pressured, and they said they were calling me all kinds of a wuss, and if I didn't send it up there and throw the bike up, I was just a loser. So next thing you know, I'm sending it.
So with all of that said, like we've all seen the video, Up is Up, seen the sick t-shirt, got one on order. How much stuff did you break on your bike?
A lot. He did.
How much did you actually break on your bike?
False.
He broke a lot.
0.
So what are these?
I worked on your bike.
No, but all I did was actually the one thing that broke was the rear fender on the KTM. If you look kind of at the rear tire and then look up, there's 2 bolts there. The little, I don't know what they're called, like the little support holes for the bolts. That's what broke. That's it. The plastics broke off a little bit. I dropped one bolt in, good to go.
So what?
He also bent his pipe slightly, and then he also lost a frame bolt, which I replaced.
That frame bolts, that's just KTM, man. They come out like crazy.
So what he was actually trying to do is you're trying to save weight so you can get up the hill easier, and then you didn't have to deadlift it as much.
That's why KTMs just shed bolts as you're riding them. Is they're just ditching weight for you. It's really race ready.
As you get tired, the bolts fall off. Bike gets lighter. Ride at the same level.
That's really
start
smart.
to finish.
Yeah,
right? And he's trying to get rid of plastics again, less drag, less aerodynamics. Yeah, aerodynamics drag.
Why do you guys even have plastics on your bike? Just take them off.
It's actually a really good point. What is the point of having them on there? They get scratched, they get beaten up.
Yep.
You know?
Well, you gotta have something to throw at other riders.
I suppose that's true. Or actually just leave your mark on where you were. It's like a dog peeing on a hydrant. You leave your fender. You leave your fender and someone's like, I own this rock here. I crashed on this. This is my rock. You know what I mean? Just leaving parts on the trail. Levers. You could pick up a stick, tape it on. Yep. I like that. Okay, so back to the enduro cross thing. So how big are these events? Like I've never been to an arena cross one or arena sized one. So the only reference I have is with the Outliers. So compared to something like that, like how many people are we talking at these things?
Riders at least there's usually over 100 at least. Spectators around like the 5,000.
How many do you think was at Outliers?
Outliers, I think, had roughly around like 200 riders.
Oh, really? Eh? That many?
Yeah, there's like
in the enduro cross part or on the second day?
Competitors in total. Yeah. So, and then like racing in classes, it's usually, I think now it's up to 20 riders on the track.
On the enduro cross track. Yeah. Man, that seems like a lot because the track's not very wide and it's not like moto where you kind of get spread out. Like you're just ramming into each other a lot.
You get spread out. You get stuck in rocks.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it seems like the lap times are also can be short enough that if you get hung up for a little bit, like it just seems like you're always near somebody and or crashing into them. You know what I mean? Like whether you're getting lapped or you're trying or they got stuck or whatever happens, it just seems like you're always around somebody that's going to ram someone else, you know, or flipping their bike or something of that nature. And that was really interesting to watch too on the Outliers thing in Calgary. There was even the really good riders, you know, they would hit an obstacle and it would go sideways for them and they would loop out or, you know, whatever. So it kind of made me go, okay, I don't feel so bad because they're, you know, unless it's like, you know, the absolute top guys that have no problem getting over whatever. But, you know, we're not comparing apples to apples here. It's just interesting to see even guys that are really, really good hit an obstacle and be like, oh, I kind of screwed that one up, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, it's, I definitely agree though, like tons of different disciplines and skills all in that one thing. And it's like, so I feel like a moto, right? You do a corner, and the corners can change a lot, right? Depending on how big it is and the ruts and all that kind of stuff. Same thing with jumps. But I feel like with the enduro cross, you come up to, a giant log or a giant stack of logs, right? So you got to like say do a double blip or something, right? You get over that. And then literally 3 seconds later, you're like, there's a giant cement wall. How the hell do I get over a giant cement wall? And it's a different skill set to try and get over that. Or you're on like a balance beam for crying out loud. Like what the hell, man? A balance beam on a dirt bike? And so, you know, there's a skill set to get across the balance beam. Like it really is interesting how it's like, it's one little thing after the other that's a completely different skill than what you were just doing. You know, whereas I do find with moto, it's like, okay, I can corner, I can jump. You know what I mean? As much as those obstacles vary, a lot of it is still cornering, a lot of it is still jumping, you know, whereas with endurocross, it's like, yay, I made it over that log, and then, oh, I don't know how to get over this one, you know? Yeah, it's an interesting bit for sure. I did notice though, like a lot of the dudes ride 4-strokes in the endurocross, huh?
Yes.
Why is that?
Yeah. Mostly because you don't get gravity patches.
What the hell is a gravity patch? Okay, hold on.
This is some kind of space talk.
Wow. Okay, let me get out the calculator.
So, gravity patch is
On the event horizon,
Jet propulsion.
on 2 strokes, like,
flux capacitor,
so
gravity patch. You'll never hear a moto dude saying gravity patch.
Bro, did you hit that gravity patch?
Dude,
No
I just
way.
dropped in. Whoopah!
launched like a rocket.
I yeeted it.
Yeah.
You guys are gravity patches.
So
And Mitch
gravity-
just straight eats it.
Okay. So gravity patch is like when, like, for instance, it's more common on 2 strokes.
Can I
because the
find
power
this in
hits,
Webster's?
right? The power hits and the tire spins, and it takes a second before the tire actually grabs, and then you launch forward. So on 2 strokes, it's a little bit sketchier when you go to hit a jump, especially in like you literally just come off a log, and then it's like, okay, I gotta like wind up, land, and like try and make this 20-foot jump.
Okay, so I get that.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
So
Finish.
gravity patch is like when you spin and you're like, oh, I know I'm spinning. And all of a sudden it like grabs traction and then you pretty much loop out your bike, or it just sends you.
See, that's my issue is gravity patches, bud. That's
you
what
got
happened
bad
to me in
gravity
Outliers, bud. I just kept hitting gravity holes.
They were all over the place.
Man.
And only on the lines you picked, too,
Yeah,
Mitch.
which was weird. You know, just littered with gravity holes or patches.
Do you know what? We need to get, what's that Neil deGrasse Tyson guy to come on and
yeah,
explain.
Yeah, we need to figure out.
Explain
we need
why
a
did Mitch get all the
we need
gravity
an
patches?
astrophysicist to explain to me why I kept hitting gravity
And
patches.
not just any. We need the smartest man alive right
exactly.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm starting to learn all kinds of things. Gravity holes,
Black holes.
event horizons. There's event horizons
Black
in the
holes
in the
which you just
endurocross
disappear
track.
with the bike.
Okay, so I get that then. So
Okay.
I do feel like then when I was doing endurocross or even the Outliers, honestly, I mean, even honestly for this matter, even when we go out and do single track stuff, maybe it's just because I like the 4-stroke power, but I do find that I don't like the unpredictability of 2-strokes in terms of like when the power is going to hit. And I know you get used to, spinning the engine up and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I just feel like with a 4-stroke, like it's just there instantly when you hit it. You know what I mean? So I feel like even if I was doing the Outliers, I don't know. I just feel like if I was on my 4-stroke, knowing exactly what the power is going to do and when it's going to do it, it just would have made it a ton easier for me. And that includes in endurocross. So say, for example, there was the giant leaning tower of logs there that everyone was crashing on Outliers. I feel like for that, coming up to that on a 2-stroke, you're like, bruh, and you try and blip it or whatever, event horizon it. And, but I feel like with the 4-stroke, like I know as soon as I touch the gas and I do this with the clutch, it doesn't matter what the engine's doing. It's going to deliver exactly the kind of power that I'm giving it.
Yeah.
Whereas a 2-stroke, it's like, oh no, the front tire didn't come up enough. Right. So I don't know. I feel like as a woodsy type thing, I feel like I would be a lot better on a 4-stroke. Is that how? Like, do a lot of guys find that with 4-strokes in the enduro world, or what's the deal?
Yeah. So, well, at least for endurocross, it's like you said, it's very more consistent, it's
Predictable.
less fatiguing. Yeah. So it's like, you come out like that corner's wet, but on a 4-stroke, you whack the throttle, it builds that power really nice and smooth, and then it'll literally just take you off the jump or obstacle. So yeah, with the 2-stroke, you just gotta be more on the clutch, body positioning, making sure the back's like actually weighted properly. That being said, for like Outliers, a 2-stroke's way nicer.
How come though?
Mostly because you can do like the clutch drops to get the flywheel weight. So you can like unleash a lot of power in a very short moment, right? Because again, like the 4-stroke takes a wide area for it to unleash.
Right.
Whereas a 2-stroke, it's like you drop it, you can get that power up a lot faster. And it's even the gyro effect, right? So like the mass of the engine, the piston, it's easier to flip the 2-stroke side to side and kind of be more limber.
Nimble?
Yeah, there we go.
Limbo.
Just a whole mismatch of words
Just
right
a
there.
mismatch in the words. Yeah.
I just gotta fake it till I make it right.
Stepped into a gravity hole there.
Yeah. So
Okay. I would really like to try a 4-stroke in like the Endurocross stuff. I think it would be so much easier for me to get the timing of everything down. And maybe it's just because I just find 4-strokes so much easier to ride. But like if we were down at Calgary and I was riding a 4-stroke, I guarantee you I could, like, it would be nothing for me to double or triple log sections, because I know exactly what the power is going to do. And what I find with the 2-stroke is that I'm always like, is it going to be enough or too much, right? And I have a more of a difficult time being in exactly that power that I'm looking for. So, you know, if you, let's say you do a jump on the moto track, right? I know when I'm coming up to it, I know exactly what speed, where my weight needs to be, everything about that jump, and no matter what speed I'm on. So the other day when we were riding, I can come up to it completely hauling ass, and then I'll scrub some speed, right? Or I'll roll up to it, and then on the face, I'll just grab a handful and do the jump as well, right? But I know exactly how that bike is going to respond in both those situations. I know exactly what the power is going to do. But I find with the 2-stroke, it's not that simple. So if I try and just roll up the face on it, it's way more tricky, I find, to be in the right power to get the bike to do what you want it to do. You know what I mean? So I find, especially when you're hitting logs and stuff, it's so much more unpredictable. So even if we're out doing single track, and let's say we're climbing some hill or something, right? And there's like a log across the trail partway up the hill. I find that a lot of times I'll heave it up and try and get the front wheel over the log, and it'll work. But I just find, I always think to myself, if I was on a 4-stroke, I just know that as soon as I open it up a little bit more, it's going to naturally just, that power is just going to carry the way that I'm trying to get it to. Whereas a 2-stroke, it's like, it may not. I don't know. Yeah. You know?
So in that instance, you'd have to learn how to do your clutch drops better. And then I would come flying up, and then I would actually pull the clutch in, rev up the bike, drop the clutch, and it would act more like a 4-stroke where it just picks it up right away.
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's throwing shade.
He's spitting venom right now.
Do better, Mitch.
Wow.
Yeah. Do better.
I'm not disappointed, or not angry. I'm disappointed. Do hard.
Yeah, I'd like to. So for the Big Kahuna next year, which I'm really excited about doing already, I want to take my 4-stroke on it, because I just, dude, between like the grass track and then because I'm gonna jump up to the fast dudes, and they have to do the full main track. Like I'd be crazy not to take my 450 on it.
Gotcha.
But that being said, obviously the gas tank won't last. Like I'll have to stop quite a few times to get gas, unless I get an oversized tank. But that's also like $500-600. So
we can just duct tape.
JB welded. Don't worry, I'll make a JB weld
to their front fender.
I'll make a JB weld of a gas tank.
Okay.
I will.
So you know the hydration packs that you have, the little backpacks. Can you run a hose?
Are you talking like a camel pack type thing? Yeah.
Can you run a hose with fuel into the tank while riding? Just have it right off your back.
Just looks like
smart but unsafe.
What is unsafe? You might take a drink. Ooh.
We're just fueling up. But I do feel like I'm looking forward to riding the 4-stroke, because I feel like, man, compared to just on the 2-stroke, just everything about it is I just find it exponentially easier for me, and maybe it's just my riding style. But I just feel like even in the trees and stuff, I feel like I'm just going to be way smoother. Like it's just so linear. The power is so linear that you can just hold the gas wherever you need to, and it'll do what you expect it to do. Whereas I find with the 2-stroke, it's on and off, you know?
Are there people that prefer 4-stroke for everything?
Yeah, there are.
Are there?
Yeah.
So they're the smart ones.
And
The smart people. There's a couple
that,
smart ones.
Prefer everything.
Gotcha.
So it's a toss-up. Honestly, like for hard enduro stuff, 2-stroke. For anything fast and like where you're smashing in and
yeah, and I do see that, like, if I watch YouTube or something and I do see, Manny or, any of the top guys, like, they're all running 2-strokes during the hard enduro stuff. Yeah, obviously there's got to be something to that, but maybe it's just, I just don't have enough seat time on a 2-stroke to really be comfortable on it as much as I do a 4-stroke, just because I put so many hours on the 4-stroke. But, yeah, I don't know. I'd be interesting. I'm looking forward to doing the Big Kahuna, because I feel like it's going to be game on next year. Except for obviously the Endurocross part, the obstacles are going to be much harder. But that being said, too, doing the outliers gave me a lot more confidence to be like, dude, it looks scary, but it's not as bad as it looks. You can make it over it. It's fine. You know, just looking at it, you're like, holy shit. But when you actually roll up to it, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm not saying I'm going fast over them, but I can physically make it over the obstacle, you know?
So this is the first year I've seen guys or paid attention to guys riding over things that look like they belong in a dump. So what is the difference between the enduro, hard enduro, and enduro cross?
Stuff that looks like it belongs
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to hold on. We need to back it up a little bit.
Heart, man. Like,
You guys ride over garbage.
trash?
Yeah.
What? Wow. Wow.
What do I ride
I have
over this
boxing
trash?
gloves.
It looks like leftovers from a construction
words.
site.
I have
It
boxing
totally does.
gloves.
That's trash.
I have boxing gloves.
I don't need gloves. I'm gonna use my teeth.
Okay,
Like
hold on. Well,
You pull up to the track and you see decrepit logs, pallets with nails poking out, chunks of cement, things that don't look like they belong anywhere near dirt
looks
bikes.
like a construction zone.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm new to all of this. So what's the difference between all those different disciplines?
Are you talking like hard enduro, enduro cross?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just like regular enduro. What's the difference between all those three?
I still don't even.
That's not trash. That's like my second home.
He's still stuck on this. Hold on a second.
My second home resembles that of a hobo camp.
And actually, there are some hobos living there, so fair.
Yeah, true. They steal my firewood sometimes.
Your firewood being what you spend your time riding bikes on. Copy.
Yes. Now,
Spark a match.
well, we used to have this wicked like firewood section or fire pit, right? So it's like cut up blocks.
Okay.
Which you've never experienced yet, but that is like the hardest.
I think I know it. Oh,
Hard.
there was one at the Big Kahuna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like we had one with like you actually come in, you have to do a turn, then you have to go over a giant log and then through more.
Right.
Through
And it's
firewood.
the most inconsistent thing.
Totally. Yeah. Well, and that's where I feel like even like say a rock garden, you know how like you got to let the bike kind of do its thing,
Yeah.
which is super weird, right? If you're not used to it, compared to moto where you're constantly trying to get it, you know, hold it tight and make it go straight kind of thing. Whereas on the rock garden, it's just all over the damn place, right? And I'd like to know what is your train of thought here? So, okay, I got an idea, fellas. Okay, we're gonna build a pit of logs. Okay, cool. No, we got one over there, Jim Bob. No. Hear me out. This one's gonna be split up logs like firewood, and we're gonna make a big pit of it, and it's gonna suck to ride through. Cool.
That's an amazing idea. I see nothing wrong with the situation.
Is it? It's like, what is the most difficult thing we could possibly ride through? Build it.
Yeah. Or it's like, let's build a massive triple and you have to jump your bike and hope you make it.
Yeah. See, that's cool. I'm okay with that.
Same with me. Everything we do is very safe.
But even like hard enduro, like it's literally like, I mean, you know, realistically, you have the absolute top guys in the world that struggle to make it up stuff. Like that is literally the limit of what a person can do on a motorcycle, really, right? At least for where motorcycles are currently at, anyway. You know, I mean, if we went back to like the 70s, they wouldn't be making it up that stuff, right?
No, it's like get your bike over and you're already winning. Just up is up. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
totally. I can relate to that. Anyway, so back to Ricky's question. So there's hard enduro, there's enduro cross, and then there's enduro. I don't actually know what enduro is. I actually thought hard enduro was enduro, and they just added hard to it to make it sound cool. I don't think that's actually true. I don't know. He's like, no, that's true. That's true. We wanted it to sound
it's like
cool.
it gets like really complicated for someone not used to this. Best
You can
way to
say it
describe
for a simple person.
Hard enduro is where obstacles are a lot harder.
Okay,
for a
makes
longer period
sense
of
in the
time.
name. Got it. In the
gotcha.
name. Smart.
So
So
the
do
name.
you do mega hard enduro as well?
What about easy enduro?
There's no such thing.
Super extra difficult enduro?
There's just normal enduro, guys.
So where's the line between super mega hard enduro and just regular enduro?
Octagonal hard enduro.
When you pretty much start launching your bike up everything.
Oh, been there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although I think I was the only one. I don't think anyone else had to do that.
Mitch is riding hard enduro.
Yeah.
Everyone else is riding enduro.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are riding. I was riding hard enduro, clearly.
Hence the gravity wells.
Yeah, there was a lot of gravity wells out there, by the way, and I almost fell in some of them. And it's terrifying as shit, by the way. Like, dude, you're riding this spine, and it's an angled spine, and it's slippery. And I'm not even kidding. On the left-hand side, gravity hole where you can't even see the bottom of it. Guaranteed snake pit.
Was that the gravity hole or the black hole?
Well, it was the event horizon.
Right course?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then on the other hand of the right side of the spine is a giant ledge that you definitely don't want to go down because you're not going to ever get back up this thing. It's like a cliff. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's make them ride over that. That sounds reasonable. No. Why don't we find a path around this? Why can't we do this smarter, not harder?
We did find a path around it. We went straight through it.
It's so sketchy, dude. There was one part, like, I'll never forget on the Outliers. The one, I got some GoPro of it, the one spine, where I'm not even kidding you, hole on one side, like cliff on the other. And as I'm riding up to it, I'm like, holy shit. Like, I got so nervous, dude, because I'm like, I cannot mess this up right now. And I'm one of those dudes where, like, if I don't focus and go look ahead, I will look where I don't want to go, and I will for sure go down there. And I do it all the time in the dirt bike track. Like, if you see me screw up a corner, it's literally because I was looking where I shouldn't be looking, and that's what screwed up the corner. And I do it all the time.
I feel you. I rode up a wall yesterday because of that.
Yeah, totally, right?
Yep.
So here I am in the Outliers. I'm like, please don't go in the hole. Please don't go off the cliff. And where do you think I'm looking, right?
Look at the hole.
Not at the damn slippery spine that I'm supposed to ride on. So whose idea was that?
Oh, and it was slippery too?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and that was great too. It actually,
Gotcha.
Because it wasn't hard enough. You know what I mean? Like, there wasn't enough risk to it.
Bruh, it's hard enduro.
Dude, it is
Super
dry.
mega
There's no moisture.
octagonal hard enduro.
It's not easy enduro.
It doesn't exist. Okay, so there's hard enduro, which is in the name, hard enduro.
Yeah.
Okay. I like having him on because we can just can go at this. You know what I mean?
Gives us a punching bag.
Yes, but it's not working.
Okay, so there's hard enduro, and so what is the difference between hard enduro and enduro? Like, is enduro not hard?
Pretty much the obstacles. So enduro is like proper enduro is a long distance over a couple like days, or you have special tests, right? So like a proper enduro race would be like you have special test sections, which would be motocross, kind of like enduro cross, and then like grass track, right, where you actually like test certain skill levels.
So like, okay, so give me an example of two opposing tests. Like, this is a wall you need to climb, and then this is a waterfall you need to jump off. Like, what kind of test?
Let's take the Big Kahuna for instance. Okay,
Right.
So what we do for like a proper enduro race, you would have transfer sections. That transfer section would be like 20, 30 kilometers, where literally you just have to ride from one side to the other to the next test. And you're not like, you're timed, but you're not going to win the race in that. You just got to get to that test section at a certain time.
Right.
Or else you get penalized.
Right.
So then you show up to that test section. So let's say, for instance, it's the grass track at the Big Kahuna. Mm-hmm. You line up, you get there on your time limit, and then they say, go. And then you race as fast as you can and try to complete that obstacle.
Right.
Then you get to the next side or the other side where it's like, okay, you're done. And you're like, great. That's how you like actually try to win your race. Then you do another transfer section, which can be, 30 or 40 kilometers sometimes or shorter. And then you literally have to get there at a certain time to your next test. So, and then that would be like a motocross section.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So
I see. Okay.
Motocross track.
Yeah.
And it's like, go. Like, how fast can you do this?
Right.
And then you finish that, and then you do another transfer section to another one.
So these transfer sections, like, is it like a gravel road you got to ride down, or is it like a single track thing? Like, what kind of?
It's a mixture of everything. There's some gravel roads. There's single track. There's like whoops. It's really designed just to kind of tire you out,
just to fatigue you a bunch. Yeah.
So then is hard enduro taking all of those test sections and making the whole race a test?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Although a little less like hard enduros have a little less like high speed stuff.
Okay.
It's more just like how technical can you make this?
Mm-hmm. So something like the Big Kahuna then, kind of like an enduro with taking out the transfer sections?
Yeah, kind of.
It's medium enduro.
Yeah, it would be medium.
It'd be classified as a hair scramble.
What is that now? So how is there like hair scrambles, and then there's like, what is the works thing? What is that?
And
why is there so many different things?
And there's a turkey one too. So is hare is for
Scramble's
Easter
just
because
for
it's a
fun.
bunny.
Honestly, the
Turkey.
turkey scramble is where motocross and enduro guys compete against each other to see who's better. That's honestly what turkey scrambles is.
So why
It's
do
just a for fun race.
Why do the moto guys win all the time?
They don't. I'm gonna pause this real quick. Ray's gonna come back with the black guy.
The moto guys roll up to one log and they're like, "Well, I'm
Yeah,
done."
I guess we're done the race now.
They just jump off the bike and stand beside it and wait.
Yeah.
For
It will be nice. The motocross guys do very well at that race as well.
Oh, okay. So, okay. So then, okay, oh man. Okay, this is so confusing.
Okay,
All this
and then,
stuff.
and then there's enduro cross. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue on with this.
Right,
Because you guys are like goldfish right
tune
now.
us both out.
So enduro cross is where a close course competition like motocross, right, or like supercross.
Okay.
So a whole bunch of obstacles in a very small confined area.
Right.
Pretty much just have to
Right. And just do laps around it.
laps.
Right. Okay. Rocks and logs, though,
Rocks and logs, enduro cross.
and cement
you're talking about the
objects
event
and
or the actual-
culverts and
And a car.
tires, giant tractor tires
And a car.
There's-
and cars.
The one time, okay, this is really cool. We actually had cars stacked up, like on TP, pretty much. So you can't even do a corner.
That
You
is
literally
pretty
have to like launch up these things.
Uh-huh.
And like the first time we were doing them, they didn't put checkerboard on there, so it was slick. So I remember my one buddy got like halfway up and then slid off and fell back down.
That is a pretty cool obstacle.
And
I'll
then,
give them that.
then they put like some grading so we could get a good like launch up it.
Right.
And then the other side they kept slick, so you just slid down and into a sharp right hand turn. And yeah, it was
Nice.
so
So
much fun.
on like the Thursday or Friday of the week before Enduro Cross, they just take the garbage trucks and they come into the arena and unload.
Literally whatever's in the garbage truck. That's what you're riding.
Exactly.
All right, so we got a bunch of old donut containers,
Got some Timmy's
pop
cups.
bottles.
Or you know what? We're gonna make a pit of these. Take them pop bottles, make a pit.
Oh, a styrofoam pit too. Let's get some styrofoam. Somebody bought a big screen
No, that's
TV.
too
We got some
soft.
cardboard.
That's not hard enough.
On a big screen TV. Oh boy.
So completely sidetracked. Someone left a office desk at the enduro cross track.
Why?
I don't know. Anyways, so me and my buddy Pete, we like we're trying to practice backflips off a log into a mulch pit, and we're like, hey, there's this table. So what we did is we stood the table up, launched our bike, and tried to like splatter into it. Oh, dude,
You were just validating Rick's point here.
Are you sponsored by whoever makes electrical tape?
No, I should be though.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
think
it's Gorilla Tape's a lot better. Again, electrical tape flexes too much under heat, so it like moves too much when you ride.
the bike flexes too much because it's covered in
The
that
lever.
tape.
It's so awkward, man. You come around for another lap
When you
and
need
then you're like, the clutch engagement changes because it's like either tilted
Yeah.
down or slid out, and you're like, man,
When
I
you
gotta
need-
relearn again on another lap. So
Yeah.
Gorilla Tape for those people
When you
is
need
key.
rigidity, zip ties.
Yep. Yep.
Zip ties only work so much though.
Weird.
Yeah. Gorilla Tape.
Okay, so
Zip ties and Gorilla Tape.
So there's enduro cross we talked about. There's hard enduro, which is just enduro. That's harder.
enduro.
And then there's enduro, which is different sections with nonsense between them. Okay, what is a hare scramble? What is the works thing? And what is a GNCCC thing? What is all that?
Okay. So
now you're just making stuff up, Mitch.
This is true. They have all kinds of weird things, dude. It's not just like we ride moto.
And why does Jeremy have a B after his number?
That's it's a different type of class. So we have like
Why can't they have normal classes? Why is it a B?
so he goes on a different loop, and he's no longer B. He's an A rider.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
He moved up.
Wow.
Can you hit the whamp whamp whamp?
Yeah. Hang on. Stand by.
Jeremy, no longer a B. There we go.
Okay. So what is a
So that distinguishes classes.
what is a
and
hare
groups.
scramble?
Okay.
And
Hare
how is it
scramble
different
is-
from a turkey scramble?
Okay, so a hare scramble ranges between 14 to 28 kilometer loops.
Okay.
Okay, and you have 2 hours to complete as many loops as you can.
How is that different from a lot of things we've already discussed?
It's
Slightly
not.
different.
It's the same.
Again,
Different name.
Yep, that's
And
also
then there's
it's
cross
also
countries,
hard.
XCs, okay, which are 100 kilometers.
But that's like from A to B,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
Right. So then what is a works thing?
So, well, it works as a
You're like, it's a loop and it's about
It's,
20 kilometers and
it's
we
an-
try to do it as many
It's
times as
anything
we
like a cheeseburger. It's where you get everything on it. A little bit of everything.
what's the proper
Especially
name
ketchup.
for it? It's just like a type of organization, I guess would be the best. way to
Oh,
describe
okay.
it.
It's just a...
So it like works, and it's like it's just a high speed motocross. I'm sorry for everyone that's listening to that, but it is
Wow.
right. It's
Wow.
It's kind of like a desert like motocross race.
Okay.
It pretty much is a hare scramble. Just
But it's a lot of moto-y
faster,
type
yeah.
things.
yeah.
Okay. Less trees.
Yes,
Okay.
you're safe.
Less trees, more cactuses. Cacti.
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 Plurals.
Getting cacti in your eye.
There's holes out there too.
Okay, I don't want to do that.
Gravity
Yeah, I
wells.
don't wanna do
Come
that.
on.
Man. I here's one of the things that it just came into my head. We're talking about holes. With the outliers thing, okay. I found like, because when you do even if you do 2-3 laps, you're not memorizing the track yet, right? Over that many couple laps. Like you may remember the general direction it's going to go, but you're not going to remember every little twist and turn and where the holes are and all that stuff. So what I found was like coming down some of the stuff, like I would go really slow because, you'd be coming down like a really steep ledge, right? That's almost kind of vertical, but then like I just don't know what's after it. So I just go slower, right? I don't understand how people just send it without knowing what's on the other side. That's like going to the motocross track, not even ever riding the track ever. You've never been there. And you just roll onto it. And dude, you were as fast as you can possibly go from the second you get on that track that you've never ridden before.
And Mitch, that's why nobody will remember your name.
Valid. That's true. That's true.
But it's different. Like you're going up at high speeds for motocross.
Yeah, but
right?
there's
So you
some-
can't stop as fast. Whereas like what we're doing, you can still stop pretty fast. And I think it's mostly because like when we ride out in the woods, like again, we're like goldfish, so we don't really remember the course. But like naturally, you just pick up on like how to react to certain things, right? Reflexes.
Interesting.
Yeah. Muscle memories on.
To me, it's more like,
Yeah.
it's like we went out riding on that. I think we went out with Grant the one time. We were trying to do a hill, and like it took me 2 or 3 tries to make it up the hill. But it's because when we were coming out of the trees, I didn't know there was a giant hill there. So I'm just cruising through the trees, right? Well, if I'd have known that, I would have gotten on the gas way earlier. So it's just things like that where I just don't know what's around the next corner, so I don't go fast.
Yeah, but I guess it'd be like in this instance, if you're racing on the motocross track and you come around and you hit a hole and your bike flinches, right? Like the handlebars tuck or something like that, you know how to counter it right away, right?
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah,
It's just like you have so many things happen to you that eventually you come around and you're not spooked. You're like, oh, this is this log. I'm just going to hit it like this.
right.
Or it's just like, oh, like, yeah, you muscle memories. I
Yeah,
guess, mostly.
gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's all very confusing.
Yep. Is there a point to nose wheelies, or do they just look cool?
Is there any point to it?
Yep.
Honestly, it just looks cool.
Oh man,
There's
so cool.
it's like
Just awesome.
the cool thing about that would be like learning how like your tipping point on your bike and how much brake you can use.
Gotcha.
So right, just like for enduro cross, right? Like one of the best things to actually learn is as soon as you like launch off something, even if it's a simple log, like land on your brakes, right, and see how fast you can actually stop. Right, because a lot of people are like, "Oh, we you need like 20 feet to like slow down." And you're like, "No, like you can stop in like 5 feet."
Yeah, that is something I do find too with riders in general is they quite often severely underestimate what their brakes are capable of doing. So one of the drills that I have students do is I'll give them a couple cones to brake in between, and then I'll start compressing that, making them brake harder and harder and harder with the idea behind it that you really start to learn what your brakes are capable of doing. So then you carry a lot more speed because you know you can slow yourself down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first exposure to that for me was at Rocky Mountain House with you guys having me run up to the double and just going really fast and hitting the brakes hard. It was neat just seeing myself progress and how much closer I could get before I had to hit the brakes.
Yeah. And then there's always that point where like, you'll be testing brakes, and then someone will grab a handful of front brake and wash the front tire out and down they go, but you have to kind of find that that threshold, right? Where am I going to lock the tire up versus where can I apply like a reasonable amount of braking here? Yeah. What are you smiling about? You know that.
I'm like too happy right now.
Yeah, cool, man. Well, I think that's we're already 50 minutes into this.
And I'm not even close to be done. I've got so many more questions. We need a part 2.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have him back on for this. Absolutely.
Longest drive you did, shortest amount of sleep between races.
Sorry, longest drive?
And shortest amount of sleep between drive.
I drove 17 hours straight from Salt Lake back to Calgary. I think I slept like 2 hours when I got to the track, and then I raced the Turkey Scramble.
That
was back in like 2015.
That's
Dedication.
pretty hardcore. Yeah.
How much caffeine?
That's before I got old.
So you just
no
did
caffeine.
that? What? How many cinnamon buns?
Oh, well,
there's
17, 18.
Yeah. Again, I was not at that age yet.
Okay.
That's a whole
at that
different
age,
trip.
you have to be an age to eat a cinnamon bun?
Yeah. I was committed to the cause of being an athlete.
Oh, I see what you're getting
and now I'm committed to getting the traction.
Sweet. Hey, what else you got?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Did you ever win?
Did I ever win?
Yeah.
Yes, I'd have won.
High five! Goose! Heard it here first, folks. Tyler won.
What's next?
I don't know.
Let's go. Feel the pressure.
Coolest obstacle.
It's breathing by the sounds of it.
It's hard. It's hard to breathe when you ride.
Okay, so for enduro, it would have been riding up an avalanche path,
Oh, that's cool.
right? And like
Nice.
it was coming down with like a whole ice water. So much fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
See, that's one of the things that I really do appreciate about the hard enduro stuff is like you just don't do that kind of stuff in moto. Like the trails that you have to go and where you get to go is just really neat, man. To be able to take a motorcycle and do that stuff is pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, some of the pictures you guys post, the views are just amazing.
Yeah,
Second to none.
It's wicked, yeah.
We'll get you there.
Yeah. How can we get Ricky to the top of Swanee's?
A helicopter.
I've been training for this moment. We'll just piggyback it. No,
Deal.
you could easily ride up Swanee's.
Could you just do a cart and I will...
Dude, we should do a
pull me up?
sidecar.
Yes.
Dude,
Oh,
yes.
that would be wicked.
Uh-huh.
And then
Dude, that'd be
take it to the
so much
motocross
fun.
track, too.
That would be so much fun.
Imagine trying to get over like endurocross obstacles with that thing.
Send it.
Dude.
Holy, the guy in the sidecar would get beat up.
We should legit make one.
Yeah,
How's your welding skills?
really good actually.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
I don't know that it would be safe to ride in. Just
How do
some
you turn
Jim
off
Bob
this mic?
welded.
Yeah, just push Mitch out of the picture. We got
the
some
frame
planning
just
right
cuts
here.
back over.
Awesome. What do you struggle with the most for
On a bike?
obstacles? Yeah.
Not breaking things.
Honestly, I would have to say like doing slow wheelies. I cannot do a very good slow wheelie unless I have to go over an obstacle.
Gotcha.
If there's an obstacle there, I'm like, this is easy. But if you're like open field, I'm like, how do I do? It's so weird. Yeah.
What's that dude's name that came from Red Deer with his buddies a couple weeks ago?
Jesse Kett, and then there's Isaac and a bunch of his other buddies, which I forget.
Dude, that guy's wheelies were insane. Just straight vertical, and he just keep going until he didn't want to do it anymore.
So
was
he actually
amazing.
got off a broken ankle. He's doing like slow wheelies on his like kid's little bike.
Pit bike.
His castle.
way.
I probably shouldn't have said that online, but sorry, Jess.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
It's
Super nice guy.
yeah. Yeah,
And
totally.
he
Yeah.
can pancake those jumps, whatever you guys call them,
Yeah.
pancakes.
I like
Little
pancakes.
syrup on there.
Yep. Put a little butter.
Yum. IHOP, here we go.
Absolutely.
What makes you look the best on the track or course?
Like on a motocross track.
The weird enduro ones.
Oh, like,
Weird enduro one.
there's nothing weird about them. We're talking about like enduro and endurocross.
Yeah.
You said yes to both. What makes me look good doing it? I don't know.
Either or.
Probably doing sketchy jumps,
Okay.
honestly.
I like seeing you over that big metal culvert pipe. You make that one look good.
That's an easy one. Yeah, that's nice.
Okay.
That's a good warm-up one.
It's a warm up. What about
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all.
Tractor tires.
What?
They're
Like
awesome.
tires?
Yeah. How do you do those? Why do you do those?
Why is a valid question.
Okay, are you asking me what
Why
tires
would
are
you do
run
that?
or like gained up tires?
Getting up, like the big ones.
Oh, yeah, those are. So like that's okay. That's really cool because you learn your like clutch and body positioning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like you pop up and literally you have to like pulling your clutch, rev up the bike, get the right tire placement for your front, compress, and then as soon as it unloads again, you gotta literally like drop the clutch and go whoop.
All while
Okay, so
avoid.
it's like you're doing those double blips, or in
Gotcha.
case if there's a whole bunch, you can do triples, quadruples.
Octoblips.
Octagonals.
And
Yeah,
all while avoiding the giant gravity wall in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, difficult.
yeah. What hole? I don't know what holes you guys are
Event
talking
horizon.
The hole in the middle of the tire. They
There's
all
no
have
hole.
Yeah.
All tires have
Not
holes.
even light
Just
can
go
escape
over
it.
What?
No.
Yeah.
You fall right in it. Been there.
No,
you fall
see?
in it. Not even light can
If you go
escape it.
fast enough, you just go over the hole.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
So this is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
We're gonna go to the track this week.
yeah.
I'm gonna ride over tires.
Okay.
And if I go in the hole, you'll be sad because I'll be hurt. And this will be all on you.
I will just set your throttle to max.
Are you talking like normal tires or like the big tractor tires?
I was talking big tractor tires.
Yeah, you can't, dude. You'd fall right in them things.
Oh, apparently Tyler says you can just ride right over it.
No, false.
Smash it.
False.
Yeah. Did we even talk about the Tyler advice yesterday?
Tyler advice. What was the Tyler advice?
when in doubt, throttle
right,
out.
yeah.
Full throttle will get you out of anything on a dirt bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it'll get you out of that situation.
No, no.
Yeah, but it puts you in a worse one.
No, and then it puts you into another one, and then you fix it with more throttle. I
Well,
thought that was like a motocross thing. When in doubt, throttle out.
no.
Really?
No. Well, it depends. It depends on what the situation is. Like,
Oh.
if you're starting to kind of endo in the air, right? You can panic rev it. If your back tire's coming out on you in a corner, definitely don't throttle out because you're just going to throttle right off the track.
Well, you should continue the throttle and keep the power drift going.
It depends though. Like if you're skilled enough to hold that,
yeah.
but a lot of people aren't, so they just lose it altogether.
Dude, this is what he was
Because, like,
telling
with
me all day
Fit4moto-
yesterday. More gas, more throttle. Don't stop. Don't slow down.
Is that why
Don't
I
use
have so
Skywar's
many
pedal.
bruises from your rocks you were chucking at me?
Yeah. Dude, my belly still hurts from those screws.
Until I see GoPro footage, I do not believe I go fast enough to kick
Yeah,
them
you do
off.
legit.
Posted
Yeah.
a video of you ripping.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to speed it up 4 times.
Dude, didn't you hear me yell at you, by the way? So on the one section of the track, I was behind you, and you opened it up, and I yelled at you because it hurt. You didn't hear that?
Maybe.
I did, legit. Like, I was right behind you. You just opened her up, grabbed a handful, and I got sprayed with all your rocks, and it hurt.
Sorry, Mitchie.
Oh, sorry to him, but not me, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is
Sorry, Tyler.
see how this
Yeah.
relationship's going.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, we're an hour into this one.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we should probably call her there. What do you think?
Yeah, that's wise.
Cool. Well, that was episode Henry. And thanks for coming on, Ty.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate
guys.
it. Thanks for
Awesome.
enlightening
Yeah.
us about
Very
the
trying to roast me, but you guys
super
did a very poor job.
elite octagonal hard enduro.
Yeah.
Massively difficult enduro.
Massively difficult. Yeah, I'm sure more questions will come up because I don't have any background in it, and I know Rick doesn't. So it's good to have.
pretty
It's good to.
presumptive of you.
Yeah, no, you've been cut out of the frame again. It's good to chat with somebody who does have some background in it because I'm learning a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I legitimately didn't know what the difference between enduro and hard enduro was. I just thought one was bigger hills or something, but no, that's the super mega hard enduro.
Wait till next year, though. 'Cause we're doing the Enduro Cross series
Which one?
AMA.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm in.
That's the easy
Gonna
one.
need some practice though.
Do you have a bike you want to break, Mitch? That you hate?
Yeah, I just figure like I'll just get a brand I don't really like,
Mhm.
and then whatever. That's what I use because
Yeah, but-
it's gonna get destroyed and welded anyway.
Yep.
You know.
Play so much.
Dude, they get so beat up. Okay, here's
But,
a
like, no,
perfect
here's the thing.
example.
When you first start dirt biking, you
Nope.
like crash, right?
Nope. Maybe
Do you
broke
not
a,
wreck
maybe
stuff when you
maybe
dirt bike?
broke a lever.
Well, maybe
broke a lever.
Moto guys just take it too easy all the time. But
So okay, if you go to the moto track, Ricky,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you have somewhat of an unbiased opinion on this because you don't have 20 years of experience on either side.
Yeah.
If you go to the moto track, do you see a motocross bike armored right to hell? Like I'm talking engine casing armors, giant pipe guard metal thing, like giant hand guards.
To look pretty.
Metal brake caliper guards.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see any of that on a motorbike?
No, I remember you telling me like, oh, maybe you should get a skid plate.
Yeah. Right?
Like, cool, you might hit a rock or get rocks kicked up. Cool.
It's the same reason why you guys have fancy decals and like new gear all the time.
Dude, you drive
It's
a
look
tank.
good
A
and,
tank
like-
on 2 wheels.
It's got an armor level rating. Level 3 armor.
All right. So this year on Super Hard Mega Difficult Enduro, test 6, a tank is going to shoot your bike.
How well have you prepared your bike? We're going to find out. Back to you, Jim.
Nothing we can't fix with electrical tape. Oh, excuse me, Gorilla Tape. It's better in the heat.
It is.
Have you packed enough Gorilla Tape for this Enduro? We're going to find out. What do you got, Steve? Well, Jim, we have a Tiger Cat that fires an 18-inch shell. And, I'm going to tell you, I don't feel like they're all going to be ready for this. I don't think they have enough tape in their pack, but we're going to find out. Back to you, Bob. Thanks, Jim. And here we go. We're going to destroy the first bike in the first challenge of number 1. I think we got a new event. We got a new event.
Yep.
Firing tanks and dirt bikes. Dude, it is so good.
I can still fix it afterwards.
Oh, before we go, I got one more question.
Yeah.
What is with the enduro thing? How you're not allowed, your bike gets put in a lot and you're not allowed to touch it. What the hell is with that?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Why are you not allowed to do anything with your bike?
So you can't cheat.
How do you cheat? Like if you and I go in a race, you're clearly going to pass me in an enduro thing. How I couldn't possibly cheat to beat you.
You might pull off some of your duct tape.
Oh, because
Dude, he pulled out the zip ties.
Yeah.
Pulled out the zip ties.
Yeah.
I leaves the plastic right in the pit area.
you might take too many bolts off my bike, so I'm faster.
So, but like it's just so strange to me. Like in moto, you get Moto 1, Moto 2. You don't have your bikes quarantined. Why do you do that?
Yeah. So again, you can't you can't tamper with anyone else's bike, and you can't tamper with yours.
But I feel like if my bike is in my pit and your bike is in your pit, you coming to tamper with mine is weird.
I've sabotaged my bikes before.
What kind of people ride these things?
Dude, you
Anyways,
guys are weird.
Here's the cool thing, because then it's like it also shows like how much skill you have. So like, because at the end of that day of racing, like for instance, like ISDE, which is 6 days of enduro.
Yeah.
Like you have to return your bike to the locks area.
Okay.
But you also have like only a certain time period to do like any tire changes, air filters.
Is that why they do the quick tire thing?
Yeah, that's why you gotta get like really good at your tire changes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then it's like same thing. So like, if you can't finish all your stuff that night, when you pick up your bike in the morning, you have a certain time frame to work on your bike. And actually, in some races, you're not allowed to start your bike till you're actually on the race line. So you're like your number's up, and it's like literally you fire up your bike and you're like, oh, it runs, it's good, right? And it's like you have 30 seconds to cross another line. So it's like you start like idling your bike when it's cold, and you start your day of riding.
Wow.
And like so like in Idaho 100, it's 200 kilometers a day of
200?
200.
Whoa.
What we're doing.
That's a lot, dude.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Holy.
And it's like
I'd like to do that just
fast,
because I'd like to be like
yeah.
completely exhausted. You know, I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
it's
Huh.
perfect.
Crazy. Do we do those around here? Like, do we have enduro crosses around here?
I mean, like those type of enduro events.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the corduroy.
Oh, that's what that
Yeah.
is? Like, that's
Which
like a
we're
proper
also
enduro?
planning to go to next year.
Oh, really? Yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sign me up.
So,
yeah. I'm taking
yeah.
a 4-stroke, though.
There's
Stupid
that. It's
2-stroke. Things suck. Yeah, no, I want to do that. That'll be fun. I like the idea of, like, one of my favorite parts about riding the trails or the moto type stuff is I just love being exhausted. Like, I want I want to spend 10,000 calories and like be completely and utterly exhausted. I love that part. So the idea of doing like 200 kilometers and stuff, I love that, man, because it's just, I there's something weird about me that likes to put my head down and grind through things like that. I just love it. I love it.
I could probably get you that feeling in like 20 kilometers.
That sounds hard.
And it would take you probably like at least 8 hours to do.
That sounds hard.
How many-
Oh no, totally. But like, and same thing with the outliers, right? Like there was parts where my heart rate was tapped out trying to get up some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Just purely from a lack of skill, though. It's not because it was difficult for most people, it's just for me because I sucked. But yeah, totally, it was tough. But take that same thing and let's bump that up to like 8 hours, right? And it's like, holy dude, like, do you have the gas in the tank to go this long before your body says enough is enough? I like that. That's
well, we also have a 24-hour race next year.
Yes, we do, and we're gonna have a pretty cool twist on it.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure we'll do another pod on and cover some of that. But it'll be super. Oh, I had another idea too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hear me out. We have $1,000.
No.
Okay. You of all people are gonna love this idea. We have $1,000. Okay. You gotta get a bike for $1,000. Mm-hmm. You're allowed to spend, a little bit of, if it doesn't run, you can get some money to fix it. And
So I can buy electrical tape?
Yep, 100%. Zip ties.
Okay.
and we have to race enduro cross on this bike. But it's not allowed to be like, you can't get like say a 2010 with a blown motor in it. Mm-hmm. You can't do that. It's got to be like an old bike that was never meant to do enduro cross and rocks and logs, and we've got to try and race them.
Okay. I'm in.
I think that would be so much fun, dude.
Yeah.
Could I get a street bike?
Yes.
Like a Ninja or something?
Yes.
Yes.
Like a
Send
little
it.
scooter.
Do you remember that farm bike that you guys grabbed from Tasha's mom or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Is that still around?
Give it to the neighbor.
Oh, that would have been perfect for it.
Totally. Yeah.
Okay, we'll find another one.
Get it back.
Yeah. Just go take it. But that's kind of what I had in mind as a bike like that. Like it's like a 1974 something or CT 175. Something like that, dude. Like
Cool.
something
Yeah.
that was never meant to do like enduro cross
Honda 200 XR.
or like hard enduro. We could even do like one of the whatever. We'll do the super octagonal mega hard enduro and just see if we can get these things from A to B, and that's the whole goal.
I like it.
Okay. Has to have drum brakes.
Yeah, absolutely. Drum brakes.
Yeah.
Just, dude, can you imagine how sketchy some of that stuff will be with drum brakes? Oh my God. I will just straight up let it go down the hill on its own, man, and hopefully it survives. Like,
Where does a drum go on a bike?
Tyler, go first and then just push your bike down after
in the
this.
hub.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler, you meet the bike halfway and you just try and stop it as it goes by.
Use your body to absorb it.
So, sacrifice your body for the good of the bike, please. That'll be wicked fun.
Yeah.
We got to do that too. I like it. Yeah. That'll be, oh, dude, we'll get all that on content, like video and stuff. That'll be wicked.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Cool.
Okay. Well, I think my camera battery might die here if we keep going.
Okay. Tyler, where do people find you? Does everyone know Tyler's a big deal celebrity?
Probably not. The big influencer, they like to call them.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
You're an influencer.
You post way more than me. People.
It's because I suck. And no one pays attention to me.
Yeah, they do.
You have like what, 506,000 followers?
Not quite.
that was last night. It's up to 600K right
okay,
now.
fair enough.
Yeah. Didn't you collaborate with that Kardashian lady? That's your
that's
level
right.
of
Yeah, she
She doesn't
approached
ride dirt
him.
bikes.
Oh yeah.
She approached him, and Tyler's like, I don't know if that's really good for my brand.
It's not on brand.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kim.
Please. So when you explain to people where to find you, right? Can you say Tyler went to the land?
You can find me on Instagram or Facebook at Tyler_Wendland
Okay. Went Lendon.
141.
Okay. How do you spell it?
WEND.
Okay. Wend.
LANDT.
Wendenland.
Wend.
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 Land.
Yeah.
And
Land.
It did.
With the T.
And.
Wend.
And
Land.
London. So Tyler _Wendon London and then 141.
Yep.
Okay. Dude, I don't know. And Rick, where do they find you?
They don't.
They're gonna want.
Ninja
They're gonna
Dust.
want to.
Yeah, Ninja Dust, plain and simple.
Dude, where did that name come from? Ninja Dust.
So where do we find you?
Fit4moto.
Fit4moto. How do you spell it?
Fit FIT the number 4 MOTO.
Well, your website.
Fit4moto.com.
All right.
Pretty straightforward.
YouTube,
Fit4moto.
Facebook,
Fit4moto.
Reddit, TikTok.
Probably extra large in the crotch area.
Fans only.
yeah. What's that fan club or no fans? No. What's the heck's it called again?
OnlyFans. That's
OnlyFans. That's the one. That's the one.
That's where
Yeah.
you show your feet and get paid, Mitch.
Yeah. So yeah, if you like feet, I also take my socks off sometimes on the iFans or whatever, OnlyFans. So I need money to race Enduro Cross. Okay, please pay for my sockless feet.
Personally, my favorite video was when he trimmed the stash and you got to see the stash hairs land on his feet.
Yeah, very
So good.
cinematic.
Yeah, and it was all black and white.
didn't
Yeah,
see
I
that
added some
video.
class to
Oh, you
it.
didn't?
No.
Well, why aren't you doing his OnlyFans thing?
Yeah, thought you were a subscriber.
Yeah.
Thought you were a real
I will
fan,
now. Yeah.
true fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I need that money for myself.
Well, start showing your feet.
Yeah,
People seem to like it, and it's weird.
Yep.
Ninja Dust.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so man, we're running
We're
hard on
way-
time
Dude,
here,
yeah,
but
your
I don't want to
camera's gonna
stop.
die, man.
It-
Like you're gonna have to say that for another episode.
Yep.
Okay,
Sorry, Mitch.
you'll get off the hook for now.
Okay.
By the way, next episode you gotta wear a dress.
By the way, it's a good story. But anyways, yeah.
Copy.
So you gotta wear a dress.
Okay. Deal.
Hold on, the good story is where he got the name from.
Yeah.
You've been
Yeah.
told this
Oh,
story
yeah,
and I
I have.
haven't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Too late
okay.
though. The
you were
podcast is ended now.
you're dead to me.
Ouch.
You've just been cut out of the frame
I'm
again.
his
Forever.
favorite.
Just start pivoting.
Can you unplug my mic too?
Yeah, no, but what I can do is this, and I'll just shut you off. Okay, because you're kind of loud, so I try to turn it down.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, okay, so Fit4moto, Tyler Winland, and Ninja Dust.
Yep.
Oh, it's 141, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
For Instagram.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool beans. Well, yeah, make sure you check that out. Head over, give them a follow. Thanks for jumping onto the show and putting up with our shenanigans.
Always.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
They should be a staple.
Yep. Nice having you.
He didn't seem sincere when he said that. When he
I
said
meant-
it, he's like, "Nice having you."
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
Mhm.
like cast.
You know, it,
And then
it
I
was
heard,
great.
yeah, and then I heard, "Ugh."
Are you gonna edit in a huge ugh?
Totally. Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, the
say
one that I just said. You're gonna put it in there.
Yeah, dude, I didn't say that. Power of editing, my friends. The power of editing.
Yep.
Wow. I like it. Cool.
Yeah,
Well,
awesome.
that's an hour and 14 minutes. We better shut her
Yeah.
down.
Awesome.
Cool. Right on. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out the pod. We appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one.
Get out, ride a dirt bike.
Hold on. I got to find, where's the button? Here it is. Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye. You gonna bow, Tyler?